Well, hello there. I'm Jeanette Kishori McKenzie, and this is one of a series of short videos that I'm sharing. And the series is called Weaving the Heart Field. So there is a state, and all of the situations, experiences that we have here, we experience here in our story world, they all are different states of feeling, different states of consciousness, different locations, but they're all states, and they are so easy to move in and out of. Now, there is that special state that we might call the heart's desire, or we experience it in Walt Disney movies, being over the rainbow, or where troubles melt like lemon drops, or that lovely state that they speak of sing of in West Side Story. There's a place for us. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. But that place is like an echo in the heart. And when we encounter a shadow or a difficulty or a situation, it can take us into unhappiness or despair, or it can catapult us. It can catapult mind into desiring that so strongly and choosing that state so strongly that we can be like Dorothy on the road home, just clicking her heels, and immediately she's there. So that state is the state that we can call home, peace, heaven on earth. And I have been playing with dynamic activation of that state with people for many years. The shift into that state is what I call the magical shift. Magic meaning that shift in perception. You know, like the punchline of a joke. You're sitting there listening to the next word and the next and the next, and there's a growing anticipation or tension. And all of a sudden, here comes the punchline, and bingo, there you are. And it's just laughter. And that state of collapsing into laughter is reminiscent of this state of heaven on earth or home. Laughter. Laughter is just expression. So the state that I'm speaking of is an expression of the heart, an expression of freedom, of joy, of abundance, of laughter. And it has been possible with many of the groups that I've played with over the last few years for them to experience the simplicity of slipping into this state of expression, of power, and of freedom. And the place that we can begin to access, or the way we can begin to access this, is to place hands on heart, and you complete that loop. You know, the moment when our little baby heart starts to beat as a fetus in the womb, or as a little tiny creature, little bundle of cells, is the same moment that the little buds of the arms begin to sprout. And putting your hand here completes the loop. And mind doesn't see it. Mind doesn't recognize it. Mind is not trained to know how easy it is, how simple it is to begin to activate and then stabilize as a heart field. I made a little video the other day about the composting heart. how the heart recycles all difficulties, all shadow. What I call shadow is anything unreal, anything that your heart doesn't love, anything which is not an expression of truth and beauty and freedom. What I call the real. Anything else is unreal. The real is an expression, an outflow. And the unreal has some kind of contraction in it. It's like clenching a fist or putting out the lights and being in a dark room. So if you haven't watched the composting heart video, I suggest that you look at that now, because this particular video now is the beginning of a series of practical ways to create, to weave the heart field, to weave the way of expression. And from there, it's possible to empower the mind by rooting in the heart to bring about that state of being at home, being at peace, being the source of your life consciously, and to stabilize in that state. So remember, bring your attention now to feeling your feet on the floor, feeling that line of light run down to the center of the earth. From your left foot, from your right foot, from the coccyx, and you have that tripod that roots you right down into the center of the earth. Feeling your feet, feeling your bottom on the chair, feeling your hands as they touch your legs or touch each other. Feeling the air on the skin, feeling the air and the earth and the space all around you. Filling the body, filling it with your attention, your consciousness, and also connecting to the pole star above your head, your own star. Feeling that line of light from the center of the earth to the pole star. Reflections of the little point of light in your inner sky, just in your chest, in your heart center. It's like you can gaze into your inner sky, in that darkness inside the heart field, and find your little star, your twinkle, twinkle little star. How I wonder what you are, shining in my inner sky. Okay. So watch the composting heart and watch for the other new videos I'm making to show you to activate that consciousness of resting in the heart center. This is all extremely practical. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.